We're live? It said we're live. It said it right on the screen.
Fun.
Hey, what's going on, guys? SPC here. I am here with Mr. Kyle tonight. Ignore the previous live stream we did. That was nothing. That was a test. So, we just left the movie theater. We just saw the new Avengers movie. Oh my God. We have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
to talk about. For me, it was sad. For Kyle, he thinks that's how it should be.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I guess I can see how it would just end. Yeah, we had a lot to talk about. We got everybody who died. The very ending scene, not like the end. Well, I guess the end it would be.
But
Like after credit scenes, I guess. It was kind of funny, but still sad, and Kyle doesn't understand, so I'll have to explain it to him. And yeah. So I guess we'll start with the beginning of the movie.
I was really not expecting Batman to show up. And
Batman.
you know what?
That was like the middle of the movie when
he didn't. And he didn't show up. So, my expectations were perfectly met as far as that goes.
Yeah, we'll get to that, and I'll explain why and how and everything, because it's Kyle.
Really? Can you explain this?
I will explain it later.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, the beginning of the movie, we get right off with right at the end of Ragnarok. If you guys remember the end of Ragnarok, the spaceship comes after Thor and everybody from Asgard. And as soon as the movie opens, it's just dead people. That's all you see is dead people. Then you get to Thanos. Bruce Willis. We'll call Thanos Bruce Willis because
he also sees dead people.
This is the crap I got to deal with, you guys.
Yep.
This is Kyle. This is why he's not in a lot of videos, because he makes no fucking sense. But then we get to Loki and Thor. Thor is unconscious, and Loki is giving him the Tesseract. I don't remember which stone that is.
The blue one.
The blue one. Do you know what the name of the stone was, though? I don't remember. I just remember the Tesseract. That's all I remember.
I think that was the blue one.
I hate you, Kyle. I hate you so much. You're no help. You're no help. Anyway, okay, either way, he got the blue stone. We'll just stick with that.
Yes.
And Loki is actually the very first person to die in the movie.
I'm pretty sure that was like random character number 2 who was the first person to die. I mean, there was a bunch of random people who died first.
Well, yeah, there were all the Asgardians. Well, I guess there was God, what's his name? Idris Elba's character, the gatekeeper from all the Thor movies.
No, he dies after Loki, doesn't he?
No, he dies before Loki.
Does he?
Yeah, because he sends...
I swore we watched the same movie, but apparently I'm out of order.
Yeah, that's what happened. He dies first, and he sends Hulk back down to Earth. Hulk attacks. Oh, boy.
My girlfriend.
Oh, boy. I guess we'll have to wait for Kyle.
Hello, pretty lady. I am helping a friend of mine make a YouTube video. Okay, I'll call you back in a bit. Bye.
That was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be.
That's what she said?
That's not good.
No, not for you.
Unless she doesn't like you. Anyway.
Just give me the money.
Yeah. Anyway, Hulk gets sent down to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Loki gets his neck snapped. That's the end of Loki. He's actually finally dead, unlike all the other Thor movies where he dies in every single movie.
Well, he could be at a timeshare.
Yeah. That's another thing I want to get to later on is the
timeshares?
No, just time in general, not timeshares.
Like you thought it was too long of a movie?
I'm going to stop talking to you now. So, and then Hulk crashes back on Earth, and he lands in Doctor Strange's, I don't know what you want to call it. Pad. We'll call it a pad. It is basically a pad.
For bachelors. And
then a little bit later on, well, I guess not later on, just right away after the opening credits, we get to Tony and his wife walking around, and Doctor Strange comes, picks him up. Him and Bruce tell him all about Thanos, how he's going to be there. And then that was gross.
Yeah, popcorn came back to bite me.
But yeah, then they just talk about Thanos, and eventually his What do they call them? His children? Is that what they said?
Yeah, but he
Right.
adopts a lot of people by force, so I don't see the family resemblance.
Yeah. Well, they're called the children of Thanos.
Because one of them looked a hell of a lot closer to Voldemort than Thanos.
Yeah, there was one guy in the movie.
Like if
God, was it? Did Tony Iron Man said it? This guy's down there and he's talking all this trash and he's like, "Okay, Squidward."
yes, like if Squidward and Voldemort had not a love baby, if they were hate fucking, and
What the fuck? I mean, you're not wrong. You're really not wrong.
no, I'm not.
It's disturbing to think about, yeah, but okay, we got Squidamort. His he starts attacking. Spider-Man eventually shows up. And Ned. Oh, Ned. I love Ned so much. He has to cause a distraction. I can't say it. Distraction.
Yes.
There it is. There's the word.
Yes.
And he just runs to the back of the bus. We're all gonna die.
Of course, everybody wants to see why.
Yeah. So Spider-Man, he goes up, helps out Iron Man. They both get shot up into the spaceship. Oh, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man starts dying because obviously there's no oxygen in space for the science people out there. So Tony calls up a new suit for him. It hits him in midair. He can now breathe in space. So
It's the suit from the end of Homecoming. If you haven't seen Homecoming yet.
I thought the suit he was wearing was the one from the end of Homecoming.
No, the one he's supposed to get, the Iron Spider suit. That's the one he gets towards that part.
Oh, I don't remember that part.
Oh, yeah. That's what happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. And I don't know what happens after that. I can't remember, but
no.
The Guardians, they show up. They go into the area where Thor's ship just got destroyed and everybody got killed.
Rocky turns into a bunny.
Yeah. Thor calls him a rabbit throughout the whole movie. He's like, my little rabbit friend.
And everybody's favorite midget becomes a giant.
Yes, Peter Dinklage, God, what's his name in the show? Tyrion? Is it Tyrion Lannister?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Tyrion Lannister, the guy who likes to drink. He's a tall...
Know things.
He knows things.
He drinks and he knows things.
That is right. I'm sorry. Sorry for all you fans out there of Game of Thrones. I know
Yes.
they like it. But yeah, he's a tall, short man.
He's a giant.
Man. He's a giant midget.
I mean, we're talking like him and King Kong could go like toe to toe in a boxing match, and I would still watch that movie.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Like if Peter Dinklage was walking down the street and a mad scientist, here's the storyline for anybody from Hollywood. Peter Dinklage is at the zoo with his family. Mad scientist hits a gorilla with like an enlargement ray, and he gets caught in it, and then he has to save the world as a giant midget, which would just make him a normal person.
I guess.
I don't know. Either way, I'd still watch that movie. Would you watch that?
If it's directed by like the Wayans brothers.
What about Peter Jackson?
No.
No.
How well did King Kong go? Exactly.
Didn't he also do the Lord of the Rings ones? Isn't that Peter Jackson too?
Yes. Okay, those weren't too bad.
Accept your apology.
Okay. No, I can't decide either. There were two really good pairings that I love throughout the whole movie. It's a tie between Spider-Man, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Groot, Thor, and Rocket. I mean, every scene with them was amazing. It was so funny. I'd probably have to lean more towards Rocket and Thor because I like them a little more. How did that rhyme? That could be a rapper.
How did that rhyme?
Thor.
You put a lot of effort into that.
I did.
Are you Thor? Are you a little Thor right now?
I had it. Whatever. You guys all heard it. It's there. It's gonna be on the internet. You stop talking. Just be quiet. Be quiet.
You didn't get my pun.
Yeah, no. We'll get the pun later. But it's also weird too, because all of like the heroes didn't get a lot of screen time, which I thought was kind of strange.
Well, I mean, you got to figure there's so many of them. You know, you got to give everybody some screen time.
Well, yeah, there's all the original Avengers,
Mhm.
except for Hawkeye. He's not there for whatever reason again.
He's on vacation with his family.
Oh, that's what he is on in Ultron, right? That's what happens.
No, he shows up for that one, don't he?
He does, but then he
I
leaves
mean,
again.
they go to his house.
Oh, yep, that's right. That's right. I've only seen Ultron once.
Mhm.
That was with you.
Yeah, no, they go to his house. And then he's got kids and whatnot. And then they figured, yeah, I probably want to be around for my kids. So then he kind of retires.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
yeah.
And Ant-Man also has kids. I think they're the only two Avengers who actually have a family.
Yeah.
Tony is getting hitched, but I mean, he doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
So the only two Avengers who have kids, they've retired because it's best for them and their family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, the Guardians, Captain America, Black Widow, and all their little friends, whatever. Black Panther.
Pretty much everybody from all the Marvel.
Yeah, all the Marvel movies that have come out the last
Mhm.
10 years, they're all in there. Even Red Skull. Red Skull actually made a little appearance, too, in the movie, which I thought was pretty interesting and pretty cool.
He kind of turned into the Crypt Keeper.
He kind of did, really. It was kind of weird, but he was...
Well, I think he rhymed a lot less than the Crypt Keeper did.
Yeah, he wasn't as interesting.
No.
All you young kids out there, watch The Crypt Keeper. It was an amazing show.
Mhm.
Kind of scary, but whatever. Obviously, it's a lot of battles. And then the crazy thing is this is one of the actual like superhero movies where the bad guy actually wins. It's insane. He actually gets all the stones. The ending, my jaw was open the last like 10 minutes of the movie because Thanos, he just snapped his fingers and just people just started dying like left and right. It was insane.
Yeah, and it didn't take him long to get all those stones either.
No, it really didn't.
I mean, I think he was done in like less than a week, like from start to finish. By the time he had the gauntlet made, he was done in a week. Which definitely shows some good decision making part.
Because at the beginning of the movie, he had the purple stone, which is from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got the blue stone from Thor.
Yep.
And then he got the red stone from the Collector.
Yep.
Oh God, which one was after that?
I think he threw his daughter in a well.
Oh yeah, the Soul Stone. That scene was crazy too, because to get the Soul Stone, you had to sacrifice a soul. And earlier on in the movie, he ran into his stepdaughter Gamora,
mm-hmm.
and he ended up sacrificing her, and he just basically tossed her off the big cliff. So she was one of like the first kind of heroes to die in the movie, I guess we can say. And then he got the Time Stone from Doctor Strange.
Yep.
And then just minutes later, he got the final stone. Oh God, what is that stone called?
The yellow one.
There was 2 yellow ones.
What?
There was 2 yellow ones.
You sure about that?
Yes.
What was the other yellow one?
The one at the end. The one that Vision had in his...
That's the one I'm talking about.
The Soul Stone was yellow too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh yeah, it was.
I can't remember what the stone is called, but like I said, he gets it, snaps his fingers, and the whole gauntlet is like just destroyed for whatever reason. It's kind of weird. But now we're going to get to all the heroes that died throughout the whole movie. We already named 2 of them. Batman did not die. Oh, we'll talk about that first because Kyle, it's Kyle. Okay, so we get to Scarlet Witch and Vision. They're in, where the hell are they at? Switzerland? Is that where they're at?
Why would I make a sheep joke about Switzerland?
I don't know. Where were they?
Scotland.
Sorry.
How did the kilt joke make?
Sorry, I forgot. It started with an S. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, but what does the kilts have to do with?
I don't know how.
Can I tell them the kilt joke?
Yeah, we're here. You might as well.
Why do Scottish people wear kilts? Because a sheep can hear a zipper from a mile away.
You're the only one laughing.
I'm
just smirking because you're so dumb.
If there's any foreign people watching this, they'll laugh too.
Are we done? Are we done with that?
No, probably not. I'll bring it up later.
Okay. But anyway, the children of Thanos, they show up and they try to take the stone from him. But there's a guy standing in like the darkness, so right away, Kyle looks over at me, he's like, it's Batman. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not Batman. And then one of them throws like a spear. He catches it, walks out. It's Captain America, and he looks over at me again. He's like, "That's not Batman." No, that was not Batman.
It was not Batman.
It was not Batman. So anyway, we're gonna get back to the list now. So this is just in no particular order. We're just kind of naming people off. So we've got Loki.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Gamora.
Yep. Black Panther.
Black Panther. That one kind of shocked me. Kyle made a joke about it, but we're not going to go there with that because you already know where it's going.
Yep.
Falcon.
Yep.
We got Bucky, or the Winter Soldier, as some people might know him as.
Yep. Scarlet Witch, Vision.
And
I think the only Guardian of the Galaxy who made it to the end was Rocky. Pretty much everybody else is gone. Groot.
Yeah, Groot died. Star-Lord died. Oh my God, that one shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
For like, oh my God. Okay. So anyway. So yeah, we got Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis. She died.
Doctor
Strange, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh, dude. I will not lie to you guys. I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite Marvel hero. I teared up when he died. Like, I really teared up. You can ask Kyle. He called me names. That one got me the most. Oh, there were a few more, too. Who were they? Actually, I think we covered most of them.
Oh, there's a few more. I'm sure there's a few more.
Yeah, some we could not remember who they were, but...
Nick Fury.
Oh, yeah. At the end, Nick Fury died.
He got tired of those mother effing aliens on his mother effing planet.
Yeah, it was funny, because he started disappearing, and that's all you heard. All of a sudden, he's like, mother... And it just cut him off right after that. But he had a... I don't know what you want to... like pager. And he is calling Captain Marvel. So we are getting a Captain Marvel movie next year. That's exciting. You get to see a young Nick Fury with his eye. This takes place like a long time ago. It's crazy.
Does it take place a long time ago?
In a galaxy far, far away.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I figured that's where you were going.
Yes, it was.
So, but basically, the whole reason Thanos is going through and doing all this because he wants to be at peace, I guess. He wants to, what did he say? Watch a sun come up in a special kind of universe or something.
If we're talking about animals, right? Like just animals.
Mm-hmm.
A thing that people will do with animals is if the population gets too high, is they'll have a culling. They keep the population to a manageable level so that there's enough resources for everybody to have some. Y'all can look it up. There was I think it happened in New York. Pretty sure it happened in New York. But deer got into the park, Central Park. There's nothing to stop the deer population, so it just grew and grew and grew. Well, now there's not enough food to maintain this deer population. So all the deer that are there, they start starving, whatever. So they bring hunters in and they thin out the population. Thanos is looking at this because that happened on his own planet. Too many people, not enough resources, civil war, fighting over the littlest things, and it destroyed his whole planet. And his thought process, the bad guy never thinks he's the bad guy. He thinks he's a savior in some sense or another.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're Nazis, because then they're just automatically bad because nobody can ever, which they shouldn't, but Nazis are just always bad. Those are the only bad guys who are just always bad. Anyway, so Thanos' thought process is, I'm going to save everybody by making sure there are more resources for everybody to get a hold of. The only way to do that is to limit the people going after those resources in the first place. So 50% of the population, just like that, gone. And in hindsight, compared to how he killed other people, that was a pretty painless way to go.
It really was, because, I mean, if you think about the way they killed all the Asgardians at the beginning of the movie.
A lot of stabbing.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. But I mean, guys, overall, like this, to me, best Marvel movie made, personally to me. Besides, like, I like Spider-Man Homecoming. I thought that was really good. I'm not going to say Black Panther was my favorite, but I thought it was pretty good as well.
You had the beatbox ship.
Yeah, the beatbox ship. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys, overall, to me, I'd say 5 out of 5. That's just my opinion. It was.
Yeah, I'll be honest. There wasn't any part of the movie that I would want to improve. I thought everything was done really well. There wasn't any part that I thought. There's a lot of movies where they'll add stuff like a buffer or filler for, it wasn't overly long. There wasn't anything added in there that didn't have to be there.
Yeah.
They had a lot of stuff to cover, and they covered it. It was entertaining.
Lots of funny moments too. I didn't think there'd be a lot of funny moments, but there really was.
Mm-hmm.
Every time Thor called Rocket a rabbit, I laughed. Every time. I don't know why. I did.
Peter Dinklage is just amazing.
I mean, really, to me, these had like the best battle scenes. The battle scenes were amazing. I loved everything.
Well, they were just such a huge scale. You have all of Wakanda fighting pretty much the force that fought in New York to start the Avengers one. But that army times 10 at least.
Oh yeah, there was.
I mean, it was just.
It's insane. It's like watching the last battle in the Lord of the Rings to me.
Yeah,
in the third movie.
I would say that. Yeah, I mean, just kind of open the floodgates, and this whole wave of enemies came pouring through. Hulk had performance issues, which does happen to a lot of people his age. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Just talk to your doctor about it, and you can get that taken care of.
This was a lot like well, I guess it's kind of the opposite of Ragnarok. This was more Bruce Banner than Hulk. Like, you only saw Hulk the first. You seen him only for like a couple seconds in the whole movie.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked hard.
Oh yeah, it looks like he's winning, and then just like that, he gets his ass beat.
I don't think I never thought he was winning.
Well, he thought he was winning.
He thought he was winning. He was probably the only one who thought he was winning.
But now, guys, unfortunately, we have to wait a whole nother year for part 2. I wish it would have just started right away, because I'm going to go through withdrawals, and it's going to drive me nuts.
I mean,
nuts.
I'm kind of happy. I don't want the other movie, to be honest with you. I'm happy with the winners the good guys not always winning. They can lose every once in a while. I
mean, they even could have made the movie like a half hour longer, or just show like the aftermath of all that, like everything that just happened. I'd have been okay with that for being like a 3-hour movie.
I mean, it was like the Star Wars one. What was the Star Wars one? Like, everybody dies in the end.
Everyone died. Oh, Rogue One.
Rogue One. Yes. Awesome one. A lot of people, like, all the main characters died in the end, and you're like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
There are actually consequences in this universe, I mean, it's not quite Game of Thrones where anybody at any moment can die, but it's nice to know that, like, when the good guy is in a fight, it. I don't think anybody watched, like, the first Iron Man. Oh, I wonder if he's going to die in the end. Or, like, the trailer for the new Solo movie. It ends with Chewie hanging out the side of a train, looking like he's going to get smashed in a rock. Oh, I wonder if he's not going to make it to the next one. Oh, my God, I wonder. Like, no, why even show that?
Yeah, like, it's just such a tease. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But
so, like, now there are actually consequences. Like, if for whatever reason they went and redid all the Star Wars ones and Chewie's like missing an arm.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be kind of
that would be kind of cool.
Consequences. But he's not gonna die. It's just like
Yeah, pretty much. Favorite parts of the movie? God, I don't know.
You crying.
Me crying. Okay, of the actual movie, not of the effects of the movie.
Oh.
Me, I would say, I don't know, the last like half hour, all the battles was really good. I'd still say like my favorite scene though would be when Rocket, Thor, and Groot are heading to the ship, and Rocket gives Thor some eye he got. I'm assuming they're going to show it in the third movie because there's a volume 3 for Guardians coming out, but the eye is just moving around by itself and he's trying to get it to focus. That part was so funny to me.
I said my favorite part was probably the very end where Thanos is won and he sits at it's very picturesque, just this beautiful green valley, and he just kind of sits and he's chilling, like, all right, I'm good. Like, he has all the power in the world. He's done what he's accomplished and he's chill. He doesn't think he's a bad guy. He's not doing it so he can conquer the world.
He's at peace.
Yeah, he thinks he's doing everybody a favor, so he's chill.
It was just a crazy movie, like I said.
I like that they made him that kind of a villain, though.
Well, and it's weird because you don't really see that a lot in like superhero movies. Obviously, superhero movies, the superhero's gonna win. This one,
yeah.
Oh God, no. That was the complete opposite. Everybody got their asses beat throughout the whole movie. The only time they were winning was during the battle at Wakanda.
You know who I never really thought had his ass handed to him? Spider-Man. He held his own through the whole one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, out of all of the fights, like, you could pick anybody out there. He's the only one who I didn't think got his shit rocked.
He really didn't. He didn't take a beating at all.
No.
Like, he held his own against Thanos, and then just at the end where he's just holding on to Tony and he's like, I don't feel good, Mr. Stark. And then he's just the saddest part of the whole movie.
Dust in the Wind. They should have played that song.
No, be quiet. That was terrible.
Dust in the Wind.
That is terrible.
But Dust in the Wind.
God damn it.
Kansas.
Shut up.
Kansas.
So guys, down in the comments below, just make sure you guys let us know if you have seen it. If you haven't, like I said, don't watch the video.
You're going to put a spoiler alert on this, right?
Yeah. After the video's up.
Oh, okay.
If you guys are with this far, I mean, you kind of pretty much already know what happens. Part 2, we got a whole nother year to wait. I'll probably go to it with Kyle, so we'll probably make another one. Because we go to movies every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
it's only $5. So,
it's kind of hard to beat. So yeah, guys,
hard to beat.
Hard to beat. Shut up. We need to end this live stream. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, Mr. Kyle was here with us. Hopefully he'll start popping up with some more videos once in a while. So, and guys, with that being said, like, comment, subscribe.
Dust in the Wind.
See ya. Dust in the Wind.